It's not news to anybody that America is having a full-blown mental health crisis. We are. And I've been talking about this and teaching this and working with it for many, many years of my life and career. And the specificity of the mental challenges vary. But one that kind of came to my attention recently by someone who spoke to me about being burned out. Are you burned out? And the burnout, they say, is just feeling kind of fried and frazzled and can't find motivation again. And they attribute it in some ways to COVID, to the pandemic, that the pandemic just kind of was so overwhelming that they never really have come out of it. Now, I know there are a lot of other reasons to feel stress. You have to tell me. I mean, everything from the election, the state of the economy, the state of the country. But really, I think in some ways we don't give enough attribution to the idea that what we went through for well over a year, maybe even 2 years, was thorough isolation, disconnection. And I can't tell you how many people at that time, when it started to ease, said to me, I really don't want to come out. They got adjusted to the isolation and being cozied in their home, their office, their small world with their spouse, their kids, whatever. So how do you come out of that? And in fact, are we out of it? And how do you rejoin life, relationships with enthusiasm? Some of it, I think, is accepting the medicine that our isolation is a root cause of what is ailing us individually and as a country. I mean, the evidence is overwhelming. The Surgeon General, I've said this so many times, has been talking about this, that loneliness and isolation, the number one health crisis in America. Okay, well, that's the diagnosis. What's the treatment? Getting connected. And getting connected sounds good conceptually, but how do you do that? It's putting yourself in positions where you will be around other people with whom you could begin conversations. And this has been my work and my zeal for quite a long time. My latest interest is in the area of how you start conversation and relationships with people who you know either very little or don't know at all. And beginning the process of learning about each other and making a real connection as brother and sister and aunt and uncle and kids, etc., requires that we just begin to speak to each other. I call this initiative Tell Your Face, because the face, there's so much neuroscience about this, the face communicates that you are safe to approach or I better stand back. I'll be doing a lot more on this on Tell Your Face. In the meantime, you can go to drwill.com and I have my blog there and a podcast which I'm going to resurrect again in the next week or two. So I hope you're well and getting ready for the holiday season. And as you're around people, tell your face.